After the Supreme Court yesterday ruled that Trump must be placed back on the Colorado Republican primary ballot, Trump made a statement at Mar-a-Lago. Now, I will warn you, if you're going to watch it, it is a little bit sort of disturbing to watch. Trump does the thing where he rocks side to side and sways and is hinged forward at the waist. It's really weird visually, but Trump was so incoherent in this one that even MSNBC cut away. And MSNBC, you'd think, would be incentivized to show this in its full glory. We'll get to MSNBC cutting away in a moment. But here is Trump. And again, he seems to be conflating presidential immunity with the civilly liable rape case, with defamation, with the fraud case. It doesn't seem Trump even knows what the Supreme Court decided on. He seems completely disoriented if you listen carefully.
The president has to be free. A president has to be, if the president does a good job. I did. Some people would say a great job. But if the president does a good job, a president should be free and clear and frankly celebrated for having done a good job. Not indicted 4 times and not gone after on a civil basis and not demanded to pay hundreds of millions of dollars in fines on something that was absolutely perfect, where there were no victims.
Now, remember, the statement is about the Supreme Court decision. The Supreme Court at some point will be making a decision on immunity. They didn't yesterday. This was about the ballot. Trump's talking about indictments. He's talking about fraud. I genuinely don't know that Trump understands what yesterday's decision was even about.
Where the financial statements were absolutely flawless, where you have disclaimer clauses. I mean, nobody's ever had a thing like this. I wasn't given a jury, and I had a clubhouse judge just come up with this number on a perfect loan and very conservative financial statements. But even at that, if you look, the disclaimer says don't rely on the financial statements in any way, shape, or form.
I told them, disregard this piece of crap paper that has no truth on it whatsoever. So Trump clearly doesn't know what he's talking about, and he continues to argue that he should have immunity because that's how presidents end up with the courage to make tough decisions.
And another thing that will be coming up very soon will be immunity for a president, and not immunity for me, but for any president. If a president doesn't have full immunity, you really don't have a president, because nobody that is serving in that office will have the courage to make, in many cases, what would be the right decision, or it could be the wrong decision. It could be, in some cases, the wrong decision, but they have to make decisions, and they have to make them free of all terror that can be rained upon them when they leave office or even before they leave office. And some decisions are very tough. I can tell you that as a president, that some decisions to make are very tough. I took out
Trump found most decisions really easy, but some were difficult.
ISIS, and I took out some very big people from the standpoint of a different part of the world. 2 of the leading terrorists, probably the 2 leading terrorists ever that we've ever seen in this world.
Right.
And those are big decisions. I don't want to be prosecuted for it. Another president wouldn't want to be prosecuted for it.
Okay, so Trump making sort of a sad case for why he should be completely immune. Trump also describes a 20-year conflict against ISIS. I'm wondering about the dates on this one.
Powerful. It was going to take 4 years. It took me 4 months. But it was a very strong dictum that I gave. I said,
he gave a dictum. Oh, my God.
Get him, defeat him, end it. We were fighting for 20 years against ISIS, and we did it very quickly. Yeah. I don't want to be prosecuted. In that case, it worked.
So, what a guy, huh? ISIS, I guess, nominally was created in 2004. It faded into obscurity. It reemerged in 2011. You could say that, like, the real fight against ISIS grew in 2012. And then Trump was out of office at the very beginning of 2021. So that's like, 9 years on the outside. And Trump's talking about he won a 20-year battle. I don't know. It's all so weird. And this got so harebrained that even MSNBC ultimately cut away with some really funny disclaimers.
They're all Trump haters. other than we have maybe one or two that I think can be fair. But you look at New York, what's happened. I mean, these people have tremendous hatred. You can't do this to a president. And again, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about in the future.
Right.
A president has to be free. A president has to be, if the president does a good job. I did. Some people would say a
So we heard this earlier, of course, but now you'll hear MSNBC cut away and their funny explanation.
great job.
Okay. The White House has not had any coordination with the DOJ on the prosecutions regarding Donald Trump. This is totally separate. It's a special counsel. The special counsel decided to bring charges. In terms of the Fonnie Willis stuff, I believe that Nathan Wade testified he was making more money before he started to work for Fonnie Willis down there. Let's go back to Garrett Hake in West Palm Beach and Ken Delaney, who's outside of the Supreme Court. Also, New York Times chief White House correspondent Peter Baker. Why didn't he come out with a prepared statement? Why this? Why going back to the battle days of Trump, where he just comes out with a word salad and whatever comes to mind and whatever allegation he can toss out?
Right. Yeah. Why indeed? Right.
That's a great question, Katie, and one that I'll be trying to answer today.
Yeah, nobody knows why the word salad. So there it is. Donald Trump reacting to the Supreme Court decision, seemingly confused about what the Supreme Court even decided, and the inability to stay on topic. Really, really something else. Maybe something that would be relevant if Trump actually tried to debate Joe Biden in the coming months, but we'll see if there's any plan of that. For years now, I have been using a Ridge wallet. I've had a Ridge wallet at this point way before they became a sponsor. They are celebrating their 11th anniversary. A Ridge wallet can hold up to 12 cards plus your cash, and it stays flat and comfortable in your pocket. So much slimmer than anything I've used. I don't want to throw my back off kilter like happened to George Costanza with one of those oversized wallets. So this is great. You can choose from over 30 colors and styles, including ceramic powder and leather. It was designed with RFID blocking materials to protect you from any digital thievery. And Ridge even gives you the option of adding a little AirTag strap to the wallet, so you'll never lose it again. Ridge also offers awesome key cases, which can be used to secure 1 to 6 keys and, importantly, prevent the keys from jingling. Ridge has over 3 million customers, over 100,000 5-star reviews. It's the wallet I've been using for years now. And if you don't love your Ridge product, you can send it back for a full refund up to a full year after you buy it. Comes, of course, with a lifetime warranty because of the extra durable material. You'll get up to 30% off until April 1st at ridge.com/Pacman. The link is down below.